It's like the best oatmeal you'll ever eat. I wish this was just for content, but if my camera wasn't on, I'd still be doing this.
I really try my best to change, but sometimes in a love fade, right? Maybe we should stay in bed, pretend that.
Good morning, guys. Wow. You know, I give you real, look at the sleep lines in my face. I must have had a really good rest. Anyway, hey guys, good morning. What is up? It is currently around 7 a.m. It's Monday and Belle's getting ready for school. Jamie's already off to his class for the day. And I'm gonna film what I eat in a day. Oh, that's so good. Starting off with my peppermint tea. I do 1 bag of Tim Hortons caffeine-free peppermint, and I do 1 bag of the green tea mint with about a teaspoon or so of honey. My hair's getting so long and Hagrid-y. I think I said that in another one. I feel like Hagrid from Harry Potter. Anyway, that's it. When I wake up, I don't usually eat a ton. I usually just have my tea, kind of gets things moving. I don't even know what that meant. It doesn't mean what it funnily sounds like it means. Anyway, I'm gonna finish my tea, then I'm gonna get Belle's lunch ready, drive her to school, and usually I get home around 8:45 to 9, and then I have an errand I have to run this morning, possibly go grab a few things at Walmart. I'm not 100% sure yet. I think we can probably make do with what I have. I tend to run to the grocery store more than I think I need to, and then I end up buying things that I certainly don't need to, so I'm gonna really assess. We're just down on snacks. We don't have any chips or anything here, and for us, that's, look out. But yeah, I'm gonna finish my tea, do all of those things, come back, and then figure out what I'm gonna have for breakfast, and I'll share that with you guys. Welcome to Random-Ness. If there's one thing that I'm trying to stick with in all of this, when I've said I'm trying to adapt new habits, and well, we know how that went, is my water. Water. If anything, it's good for depression, it's good for your skin, it's good for digestion. There's so many reasons to drink water. But yeah, I started adding the lemon just because I heard it's good for your metabolism and stuff, but now we gotta figure out what to eat. Ugh. So I made these boiled eggs in my food prep. I think I was a little overexcited when I made a dozen boiled eggs. I still have 7 left. I thought Jamie would be taking them more, but I did my food prep on a Thursday, which was probably my first mistake. I should have did it on like a Sunday or a Monday when I know he's gonna be at school, or we're just gonna be on a more regulated eating schedule, because I don't know about you, but weekends are usually, they fall apart for us. So I still have these in here. They're still good for another 2 or 3 days. They're good up to 7 days in the fridge. So I did those on Thursday or Monday. It's still good. If not, I'm probably going to, if I have any left, I'm gonna mash some up and make sandwiches for Jamie to take to school. But I'm gonna eat 2 right now for breakfast. I like cold boiled eggs. I know that's weird to some people. And I have some cherry tomatoes that I'm just gonna have with it on the side. So I'm gonna have 2 of these with some salt and pepper and some cherry tomatoes. Did you see how easy that peeled? Here's my breakfast. Super basic. 6 cherry tomatoes and 2 boiled eggs and some lemon water, which I'm gonna try and drink at least half of that before I eat again. So good. All right, I'm gonna keep eating and I will see you guys at snack. Do you ever feel like when you've had an overstimulated weekend or a couple of days, you need a day to just sink and decompress? That's my Monday. That's what's happening to me right now. hence why I still have a sleep line in my face. I have not gotten ready. I mean, I'm kind of dressed because I had to run to the eye doctor this morning for Jamie, but other than that, I have really not accomplished anything and I'm not feeling bad about it. But I was sitting here looking through Pinterest because it's probably one of my favorite pastimes. If you ever want to check me out on Pinterest, I have a lot of boards. Where did I stick all that margarine when I was cleaning my fridge out? Haha, see, I said that I didn't want to throw it out because I knew I would find a use for it. I did. So when I was a kid, my neighbor's mom always made the best chocolate frogs. Do you know what a chocolate frog is before I say anything else? If you're from the East Coast, mostly New Brunswick, really, then you know what I'm talking about. They are the no-bake cookies, basically. They're like chocolate. They're like cocoa powder, butter, sugar, milk, vanilla, oatmeal, and coconut. Wow. That took a lot for me to even think about what that was. You basically boil everything except the coconut and the oatmeal on the stovetop. You mix it all together with the dry ingredients. You spoon it onto a cookie sheet and you let it sit in the fridge and they get hard and delicious. And it's my favorite cookie on the planet. I haven't made them in, I want to say 2 years. And I used to make them all the time, like all the time. So I'm going to go ahead and get everything out right now. And we're going to make cookies, chocolate frogs, AKA macaroons. No bake cookies, whatever you want to call them. All right, so I've got my margarine in my pot, which is 1 stick of butter, or you can use margarine. I just grew up always using margarine. I've got all my supplies here. I've got my cocoa powder, sugar, oatmeal, and coconut. And I'm gonna pour some milk into this half cup here. I'm gonna pour that in with the margarine once the margarine starts to melt because I don't wanna put it in yet because I don't want the butter or the milk to burn. The butter is starting to melt a little bit, the margarine, I should say. So I'll add that in. So the idea is once this starts to melt, probably 3/4 of the way, I'm gonna add in my sugar and my cocoa powder. And I really want the sugar to get dissolved. So I'll probably add that first, give it about 30 seconds, make sure it's dissolving, add the cocoa powder. Then we're gonna pull off the heat, add our vanilla, and then add all of our mix-ins, stir them up and spoon them out. All right, I'm gonna add my sugar. And now I'm gonna add the cocoa powder. I am gonna switch to a whisk here. You want to bring this to a boil for up to a minute. So once it starts to really boil, I'm gonna do a minute, pull it off the heat, and then we'll add the vanilla. This is what I'm using for cocoa powder. It's the only thing I had in my cupboard. I was sent this a while back to test for this company. And it was really, really good, but the price was so freaking ridiculous. I couldn't recommend. I think I did 1 video on it, but honestly, I've never rebought it because I'm not paying $30 some, which is what this would have come to. But it's like, what is it here? Gluten-free, non-dairy, soy-free, non-GMO, organic. It's just a really, really good superfood blend, but it's like a cocoa powder, so I'm gonna hope that this works. We'll see. All right, so it's boiling. We're gonna add our teaspoon of vanilla. I'll add the rest. Get it all in there. And we're gonna add our oatmeal and coconut. I always leave a little bit out. Sometimes it's too much. We'll add the rest. Now this isn't something you can prep and then do later. It starts to harden pretty quickly. So once you know everything has been mixed in and it looks good, we're gonna start scooping it right onto here. I like to use an ice cream scoop. So this was my favorite thing to do when I was a kid, because my mom made these too, or I made them too, was to get a spoon and scrape this pot out, but I'm just gonna try this. Oh my God. I'm 9 years old again. Oh my God. That cocoa powder worked out perfect. It's like the best oatmeal you'll ever eat. So I have a full tray of chocolate frog macaroons. I'm gonna set these in the fridge. I like them cold. So the last batch I made a couple years ago, they didn't harden. And it wasn't until I watched a video by Fallon on Moss Family TV where she was talking about her no-bake cookies didn't set. And I was like, mine have never done that. As soon as it was in my head, I manifested unsetting no-bake cookies. So these are gonna set, no issue. I just literally repeated the process that I did when I was a little kid. I think those ones didn't work out because I used butter. These like margarine. I wish this was just for content, but if my camera wasn't on, I'd still be doing this. Mmm. PMS is hitting hard this month. All right, you're gonna wanna wash this pot right away, set it to soak or something, because everything on there is really hard. These are the moments I wish I lived closer to my sister. Like, we used to live in the same town when we were in the army together, and she lives an hour away from me now. She's not even home today. She's at my mom's. But she loves these cookies. Like, they are her all-time favorite, and I would always bring them down to her. Anyway, just having a little... Apparently PMS is really hitting me hard today because I'm all emotional. I'm starving. I'm pissed off. I'm thirsty. I think I'm going to kick my butt because it is 11, and I've told you guys this before. If I don't get ready in the morning, I'm probably screwed, and I'm already pushing the limit. I should have got ready before I did any of this stuff, but if I'm being honest, I'm pretty happy that I even turned the camera on today because I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have a sit in the house with the blinds shut kind of day. They're half open, that counts. And I'm gonna watch something scary, something sad, and I was just gonna kind of fall into my feelings, which, don't get me wrong. Don't avoid your feelings. If you're feeling them, feel them, because they will creep up at the least opportune moment in your life. Trust me. So feel them, do what you gotta do, and move on. But these are repeated feelings, and I don't wanna feel these today. I'm just tired. There's a lot going on, like I said, in my background of my life that I don't talk to you guys about. Yeah, some stuff stays a little private, but today is particularly catching up to me. Again, PMS. Sorry to my male viewers, all 2 of you. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna go get ready, and I will probably check back in. It is 11 right now. Those cookies won't be ready to eat till I'm near time to go get Belle. So we'll check back in on the cookies later, but I will check back in with you guys with lunch, because I think me eating the remainders out of that pot was enough of a snack. Oh Lord. I guess he doesn't like BLTs. All right, it is lunchtime. It is actually exactly 12:01. So I've got everything I need to make a BLT. I was gonna make it an egg BLT, and I'm like, Vanessa, you already ate 2 eggs today. So I have some celery on a plate. I'm gonna have that on the side. I have some bacon left over from the other day. I have some lettuce here. I'm actually gonna throw some sliced avocado in there, and some of this, and some Miracle Whip. So I'll show you what it looks like when I put it all together. Ooh, and we're gonna have a cheese string, because why not? All right, here's my BLT. I had to use my cherry tomatoes because it's all I had. There's some slices of avocado on there. Hi. And I'm gonna have a cheese string and some celery. I'm pretty pumped. Looks good. Look at that. It's super crispy because I neglected my bread and forgot it was in the toaster. But it's still super good. All right, I'm gonna eat in peace. That's all I got in me. I don't know why I thought I could eat all of that. I'm so full right now, like so full. The thought of eating this makes me nauseous. Right, Charlie?
180 for
Right?
about 8 minutes. And now we're going to the next one. Like, this is the one I was...
Oh well, I'm gonna eat my celery though because I feel like I need to.
And that is this like an egg.
What? Right.
I just checked. It's not 180. Good thing I checked.
A good boy.
180 degrees Celsius.
Let's watch Rachel.
19 Celsius for like oven temperatures and stuff.
All right, moment of truth. I put them in this container and let them sit in the fridge for another half hour or so, but they're definitely set, so that's a good thing. So So let's try this one. Let's take a really good look. It's so perfect. I'm so excited to eat this right now. That texture is really, really good. For me, when I eat one of these chocolate frog, I don't want it to be mushy or soft in the middle. I want the whole thing to be hardened to the point where I can almost taste granules of the sugar, if that makes any sense. Like, listen. Like it almost crumbles, but it doesn't. I don't want to pick it up and have it like fall apart. So it's firm, chocolatey, sweet, and just the right amount of oatmeal. I like more oatmeal than coconut, so. Oh, okay, I needed that. Full disclosure, I've had people say to me, how can you eat that much? Like either it's because of my Crohn's or because of my gastric bypass surgery, which I had like 7 years ago. It'll be 8 years in November. Wow, it's been a long time since I had that. As time goes by after you have that surgery, you do start to eat a little bit more just because I think your stomach stretches a little bit naturally over time, but it's never the same. But I just want to be honest that right now, I feel like I'm going to blow up. I could not eat that much. I should not eat that much. In a real world or ideal world, I would have made a sandwich out of one piece of bread. I didn't need two. I ate a lot of tomatoes, which I know better because the skin on the tomatoes really aggravates my Crohn's. So I had tomatoes with my breakfast, and then I had a BLT. So just, you know, here are my errors. I just don't want anyone to think, you know, people get perceptions of you or they see an edited version or a romanticized version of your life, and it's just so not real. I make bad food choices often. Watch my what I eat in a days that I posted on TikTok and my reels that I've been posting. I haven't been eating great. And even though today I felt like, okay, I'm doing better, it's my portions. I still need to eat a little bit less. So I'm not putting this out there to you guys to ask for your advice either. So don't feel the need to give it to me. I'm just being honest with you. And these are things that I struggle with when I'm going through something emotional, when I have severe PMS, which that's something else I've been dealing with in the background that I'm not really going to get into with you guys either. You know, these things have an effect on all of my physical health. So I ate way too much. And I ate one of those macaroons within half an hour of eating my BLT, which I know is too much food for me to be able to consume. So now I am going through a very mild dumping syndrome. And somebody asked me that on my video last week, do you still dump? And I'm like, yes, I do. For some people, there can be physical side effects to dumping syndrome. For me, I avoid those physical side effects and I breathe steadily for 45 minutes and I tend to get over it and feel better. But man, let's just be honest. I don't feel good right now. So there you go. How can you eat that much? I can't and I shouldn't. And I really need to hone in and rein it in and start making better choices for my Crohn's, for the whole reason that I had weight loss surgery nearly 8 years ago, you know? Anyway, full disclosure, being candid, just thought I'd be honest. I am so full. I ate too much. So you're probably not going to see me eat again till supper time. So I'll see you then. Hi, Kermie. He's judging me. He's such an ass. All right, I am back from picking up Belle. I don't know if you guys saw my last vlog, but I talked about I ordered some American Eagle jeans. They came today. They're here. I'm a little bit worried if they're gonna fit or not because of what we talked about earlier. So I'm not even trying them on today. I'm not torturing myself with that. I'm not. I'm gonna give it a few days. But I did figure out what we're gonna have for supper. We are gonna make, hang on here. We're going to make these dumplings. So I'm excited for that. And also, can we just acknowledge how great my freezer still looks? Yes, yes. And it's still full, which means I've been eating out a lot. Okay. So it is like 3:40 here and I'm not planning to make anything until probably 5 o'clock, just because if we eat supper super early, which we have a tendency to do, like, you know, really elderly people tend to eat at like, you know, 4:30. When I do that, we're starving by mid-evening, and Belle has boxing and kickboxing tonight. So she's got 2 hours of activity to do. So I'm gonna wait till 5 o'clock before I even start to cook. So right now I'm like, still kind of recovering from not feeling great earlier, but I get to this borderline where I'm like, is it because you're hungry that you don't feel good? So the safest thing for me to eat is soup. And I'm gonna have this Mr. Noodles spicy chicken. I just put water in it right from my Keurig, put the lid on it for 4 minutes, and I have something to eat, warm my belly, fill me up, and it doesn't fill me up too much. And like, I don't know, I don't go crazy. There's not like a ton of calories in it. I'm not really watching any of that stuff yet, but it's coming. So I am trying to eat a little bit better. So I'm gonna throw this, I'm gonna put some hot water in this and heat it up. There, I'm gonna go eat my noodles, and Belle and I are gonna watch a little bit more Walking Dead. Oh my goodness, you big baby. It's cozy in here.
Oh no, it actually showed him like.
Oh, great.
Down. Takes them out. All right, it's tripping. Let's go.
All right, so we're having some dumplings. Ooh, I just have a little bit of water in my pan, and then I just set the dumplings around the edge of the pan in the water to steam with a lid. I'm also gonna heat up some rice that I made. I really want to get one of those steamers, like those boxes. I'm not even saying that right. I'm not saying it, but I want one. Yeah, you too? You want ice? Who wants ice? What? Are you on Mama Boy? Okay. Didn't have me. Whoa. It's a little full. Want one, MJ? Come here. Come here. Carrie, want some more? So now that the water is absorbed, I just took it off of the heat. I'm gonna drop it pretty significantly. And I'm gonna add my oil. The hands. Because these are hot. Yeah, I just put a dollop. Here we go. This is my supper. 3 dumplings with some green onions and white rice. Belle's having the same thing, minus the green onions. And I gave her a spoon. It's just easier to eat your rice like that. But that's gonna be it. That's gonna be my supper. If I have a snack, I'll check back in. And we're still watching Walking Dead. I think that's gonna be it for this video. I just finished eating supper. It's about 6:15 now. Belle has to head out in about half an hour. I'm gonna drop her at boxing, then I go pick her up 2 hours later. So I don't foresee me eating much more. I think I'm gonna drop her at boxing. I'm gonna come home and have a self-care night. I'm gonna do some skincare. I'm gonna have a bath. I'm just gonna chill, read a book, probably finish editing this video so I can get it up on the same day because I'm crazy like that. And the only thing I think I'm gonna have is a banana because bananas are my go-to on a daily basis, especially if I'm having a rough stomach day or like tonight I just feel kind of, which is funny because I've eaten much worse than what I've eaten today, but welcome to Crohn's, welcome to all of the above, really. Anything that can cause me to have a stomach issue usually does. With that being said, I feel okay right now. I just also don't want to push my limits. And normally between now and 9 o'clock and 10 o'clock, I'd be snacking my face off. And I'm trying to break that habit too, right? Like I'm really trying to not eat as much at night, which is when I tend to really, really go at it. And I don't know if you remember, but like in the late 90s, early 2000s, Oprah was all about that. She was all about, don't eat at night, don't eat after 8 o'clock, or don't eat 2 hours or 3 hours before you're gonna lay down and go to bed, things like that. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. I will probably have a banana before I go to bed because it's the one thing that satiates me, makes me feel like I ate something, and is a really good anti-nauseant for me. It really helps settle my stomach when I'm not feeling great. So yeah, that's probably it, but I'm not gonna film that because that's gonna be at like 9 o'clock tonight when I go to bed. Other than that, you guys, I hope you have a fantastic week. I'm actually doing groceries tomorrow, so there'll be a grocery haul up tomorrow night. Make sure you're subscribed so you're notified when it goes up. And then we're gonna hit March. I don't know what's coming for March. Leave me a comment down below. What are your favorite videos that I make? If you've still made it to this point, then I'm curious and I wanna know your input. Like, do you like these what I eat in a days? Because mine are a little more vlog style, I guess, than just like, bam, here's what I'm eating. Do you like my grocery hauls? Do you like my what's for dinners? Do you like just my straight up everyday vlogs? I'm really curious about what you guys are interested in. Not that that's necessarily gonna sway what I create, but I'm just curious. I mean, I can look at my analytics on YouTube, but who wants to do that? All right, you guys, I love you all so stinking much, and I will see you tomorrow in my grocery haul. All right, bye for now.
There's a party in the backyard, dance your problems away. I'm all about the good vibes. I know you're all about the good vibes. Let's have a drink.